Third one, electromeric effect. This is very very important. The complete transfer of pi electrons to either of the carbon atom in the unsaturated system under the influence of reagent is called electromeric effect. The complete transfer of pi electrons to either of the carbon atom in the unsaturated system. That means we should take unsaturated system. That means whether it should contain either double bond or triple bond. In such case, what happen? Pi electrons completely transferred to either of the carbon atom under the influence of what? Reagents. That means when any reagent is going to react with that unsaturated system, then the pi electrons completely transfers towards either of the carbon atom. That effect is called electromeric effect. This is also two types, like inductive and mesomeric effect. They are plus E effect and minus E effect. See, what is plus E effect? See here, this is unsaturated system because between carbons the double bond is present. This is reagent. Reagents are what? Either electrophiles or nucleophiles. See, if the reagent is electrophile, that means this is the electrophile. I told you already, because it has vacant orbital. Then it is plus E effect. Why it is plus E effect? See, if the see, these are reagents. Under the influence of reagents, what happens? These pi electrons moves towards either this carbon or this carbon. We should not say that these pi electrons completely moves towards to this carbon atom. We should not say like that. These pi electrons moves towards either this carbon or this carbon. If suppose these pi electrons moves towards this carbon, then this carbon gains negative charge, then this carbon gets positive charge. To this negative charge carbon atom, this H plus will come. See, H plus come, automatically this carbon gets positive charge. So in product, carbocation is there, nothing but positive charge is present. That is why it is called plus C. Suppose if the reagent is nucleophile means negative charged species, in the presence of either reagent, either electrophile or nucleophile, what happens? These electrons completely moves towards carbon. Then this carbon gains negative charge, but automatically this carbon gets positive charge. To this positive charge carbon, this nucleophile will come and attack. See, this is the product. When this cyanide comes, when this nucleophile come and attack this carbon, we get this product. In this product, which charge is present? Negative charge is present. So that it is called minus E effect. So what you have to understand? If the reagent is electrophile, that is called plus E. If the reagent is nucleophile, that is called minus E. This is what? Electromeric effect. Next and last one, that is hyperconjugation. See, what is hyperconjugation? The sigma electrons of CH bond. The sigma electrons of CH bond of alkyl group. Alkyl group means either methyl group, ethyl group, propyl group, whatever it is. In every alkyl group, CH bonds are present. In that CH bond, sigma electrons are present because between C and H, sigma bond is present. So what is the point? The sigma electrons of CH bond of alkyl group will form double bond with sp2 carbon. That means the CH bond of sigma electrons of CH bond of alkyl group forms double bond with which one? sp2 carbon. Nothing but either carbocation or unsaturated. I told you, in carbocations carbon undergoes sp2. In unsaturated system, double bond is present, so that carbon undergoes sp2. Is called hyperconjugation. That is also called no bond resonance. This is another name for the hyperconjugation. If you see the example, then you get clear idea. See, CH3 CH2 plus. That means I took example of ethyl cation. In this ethyl cation, this is what? Alkyl group. In this alkyl group, CH bonds are present. In that CH bond, sigma bonds are present. In that sigma bond, sigma electrons are present. Now this carbon, this is what? Carbocation. This shows which one? This carbon forms which hybridization? sp2. Because in carbocations, carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. Now see, if I draw the structure of ethyl cation CH3 CH2 plus, what happened? This part is what? Alkyl group. In this alkyl group, any sigma electrons, that means either these electrons or these electrons or these electrons, will completely transfer to this carbon. In such process, double bond will be formed. In such process, double bond will be formed. What is the definition? The sigma electrons of CH bond, either this CH bond or CH bond of alkyl group. This is alkyl group. This methyl group will form what? Double bond. When they form double bond, when these electrons, these sigma electrons, completely moves towards this carbon, then what happen? Between this carbon and this carbon, double bond will be formed. See, between this carbon and this carbon, double bond will be formed. Then here there is no bond because these are sigma electrons completely transferred towards this carbon. In such process, double bond is formed. Then this H possesses H plus. Why? Because H contains one electron. That one electron is lost by H, so that H plus is formed here. Then what happen again? These, after forming this structure again, these sigma electrons of CH bond moves towards this carbon and hydrogen. Then we get this structure. See, in this structure here sigma bond is present. This double bond is remains same, but this bond is broken. Which bond? Between C and H there is no bond. See here there is no bond. The remaining portions are same. Now what happen again? These sigma electrons of CH bond completely moves towards this carbon and hydrogen. Then there is no bond between this carbon and hydrogen, but bond is formed between this carbon and hydrogen. See here bond is formed between carbon and hydrogen. Here H plus is formed. So if you see all these structures carefully, what happened? All these are what? Resonance structures. Why these are called resonance structures? In resonance structures, what happened? Position of bonds only change. There is no change in position of atoms. In any structure, there is no change in position of atoms. Only position of bonds are changed. And one more point. If you see these structures carefully, here there is no bond. Here there is no bond. Here there is no bond. That means all are resonance structures, but there is in some cases, in some places, no covalent bond is present. That is why those are also called no bond resonance. Those are also called no bond resonance. Next, conditions to exhibit hyperconjugation. Conditions to exhibit hyperconjugation. What is the condition? Compound should contain at least one sp2 carbon. See, sp2 carbon should be there. Next, the compound should contain at least one alpha hydrogen with respect to sp2 carbon. See, the carbon which is attached to carbocation or functional group, that carbon is called alpha carbon. The carbon which is attached to carbocation, not only carbocation, carboanion, free radical. The carbon which is attached to either carbocation or carboanion or free radical or functional group, that carbon is called what? Alpha carbon. So what is the point here? The compound should contain at least one alpha hydrogen. See, now in this case this is carbocation, automatically this carbon is called what? Alpha carbon. The hydrogens present on this carbon is called what? Alpha hydrogens. So to possess hyperconjugation structure, at least one alpha hydrogen should be there with respect to sp2 carbon. With respect to sp2 carbon. So here the definition is given. What is alpha carbon? The carbon which is attached to functional group or carbocation or carbanion or free radical is called what? Alpha carbon. This is all about hyperconjugation. Here one more point is there. If in this case, how many structures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you have to understand, here 4 hyperconjugation structures are present. As the number of hyperconjugated structures increases, then stability also increases. As the number of hyperconjugated structures increases, then stability also increases. So this is all about hyperconjugation. This is all about displacement methods. Why these are called displacement methods? If you take any method, what happens? In those methods, electrons are transferred from one place to another place. That is why those are called displacement methods. Thank you.